recording? All right, so recording has started. So we are going through the summary questions together here, guys. So what you can see, the first question, okay, what are x to the power of 0 and 3b in brackets to the power of 0 equal to? All right, so if you know the answer, put it in the chat there. I'll give you guys about 1 minute to think about what the answer is. And basically, we are using the index law for the 0 power. Okay, so I've got a few answers here from people in the chat. That's good. So Anton said 3bx, Larissa said 1, Daniel said 0b. Okay, so out of the three answers, I would say that there's one correct answer there. All right, so what does the law for 0 power say? The law for 0 power says that anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. Okay, so anything raised to the power of 0 is 1, and therefore this one, x to the power of 0, that is equal to 1, and this one here, okay, this whole thing, right, it says that anything, okay, it can be a big expressions or just something like that. So 3b raised, all of this is raised to the power of 0, and this is going to be equal to 1. Okay, so Larissa got the correct answer there. Okay, so well done, Larissa. Okay, and again, thank you for Daniel. Thank you to Daniel and Anton for sharing the answer as well. Okay. Okay, question 2 here is asked us to describe the index law for raising powers in your own words. So first of all, let's think about what the index law for raising power is. Okay, so I'll give you about a minute. You can have a look at your notes again. Okay, you can also have a look at the PowerPoint if you haven't written down your notes. Just tell me what is the index law for raising powers, and then what do we have to do? All right, 30 seconds.
What'd you do?
So we have index law for raising powers. Okay. All right. Now I can't see anything in chat at the moment, so maybe you guys need a hint. So the index law for raising powers says this. Okay. All right. So this is what it says. And Larissa says that a power can be simplified by multiplying the indices. Okay. That is the index law for raising powers there, Larissa. That's good. So let's try to put this in our own words, right? So what do we do with the powers? Okay, remember indices is another way to say powers. So what do we do with the powers? We multiply them. Good job. Or we times them, right? If you want to put it in our own words. Multiply them together. All right, so let's apply that. So we multiply the powers. Okay. Oh, it's bad handwriting there. All right, so let's try to apply this. So first we have m to the power 5 in brackets, all raised to the power of 10. Okay, so can anyone tell me what do we have to do next, please? I'll give you guys about a minute to think about it. So 30 seconds left. And what we have to do here is have a look at the law, okay? Have a look at what we have to do with the powers. And that's going to give you a hint on how to answer this question. All right, times the powers together. Okay, so here we have the powers being 5 and 10. So like Larissa says, times the power together, so 5 times 10. Good, and that's going to give me an answer of what? Maybe someone else besides Larissa? Just have to do the 5 times 10. That is 50. Well done, Ryan. So this is going to be m to the power of 50. Okay, good job there. All right. Now, Larissa has been a gun there. She's on fire. She's been answering questions. So, Larissa, I'm going to say that you've earned your star for effort. And then the next one here. All right. So the next one, so we have 12x to the power of 5. The whole group is raised to the power of 3. So this one we have to do a bit more. So the power outside outside oh, the power outside applies, oh my goodness, I can't spell today, applies to everything inside. Okay, so this is another law that we have. And what does that mean? So the power outside, which is 3, applies to everything inside. So the first thing we have is 12. So there's going to be 12 to the power of 3. And the second we have is x to the power of 5. And the reason why I'm putting this in a bracket is because this is one whole thing together, okay? So x to the power of 5, then to the power of 3. And then now you can see that, hey, this kind of gets back to this index law for raising powers, isn't it? With the 12 to the power of 3, we're just going to leave that. We're not going to calculate it or anything. We don't have to. And then for the x to the power of 5 raised to the power of 3, okay, do the same thing as before. We're going to multiply the powers, okay? So here we have 5 times 3. And so we're going to get 12 to the power of 3 x to the power of 5 times 3, which is 15. Okay? So this is what you need to do for exercise 5K. Um, if you want a bit of extension, then you can do question 14 for the exercise, all right? So I hope that this helps you and summarize everything that you need to know for 5K, right? Before I move on to to the next exercise, does anyone have any questions, or does anyone need me to explain anything again? Okay, Larissa said no. Shaylee also said no. All right. Remember, guys, if you have any questions, sorry about this. We were talking about a math problem, a math riddle in the last class. If you guys want, we can talk about this as well later for fun. Okay. And here is exercise 5A. And this is from the Year 10 textbook. Okay. Now, even though this is from Year 10 textbook, this is reviewing a skill that we have learned before, which is expanding brackets. Okay. So it's actually a bit of Year 8 and then also a bit of Year 9 skill. Okay. So it's moving on to this exercise here. So first question asks us to expand 7x brackets 2 plus x close brackets. Okay. Right, I'm gonna give everyone about a minute or two to try to work through this question and let me know. Type in the chat your answer. Okay. To try to remember what we have to do for expanding brackets. All right, so we got an answer here from Daniel, and um, he says that 7x times 2x, and Tom gives us a similar answer. Okay. Okay, what does everyone else think? And then Daniel said that that's going to give you an answer of 14x. Okay. Anton also said 7x times 2x. All right. So what I can see here is that what I can see is that you guys combine the 2 and the x together. All right. Now, one thing I must say is that we cannot combine these together, and the reason for that is one of them has an x and the other one doesn't have an x. Okay, so you cannot combine them together. All right. So the way that we expand this is we multiply the outside by each on the inside. Okay, what does that mean? So here we have 7x, we multiply that by 2, and then we do 7x multiplied by x. Okay, we multiply them separately. Okay, and if you guys remember, we did this for exercise 5E. Okay,
That does not make sense at all.
all right. So Daniel, let me try to show this. All right. So hopefully it makes sense after this. Okay, so here we multiply the outside So 7x here by each on the inside. So we multiply by 2. Okay, 7x times 2. And then we're going to bring the plus sign down, plus, and then 7x multiplied by x. Okay, so does it make sense by multiplying the outside by each on the inside? So you multiply the 7x by the 2 and the 7x by the x. Okay, let me know if you need me to explain anything again. Now 7x times 2. So now we can combine them together because this is multiplication. Okay, you can only combine a number and a letter together if it is multiplication. So here we're just going to multiply the numbers together. So 7 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, 14x. And then for the second one, so plus 7x times x. So here we have x times x. And remember, x times x is x squared. So this one we're going to have 7x squared. Okay, so we have 14x plus 7x squared. And these, again, we cannot combine them anymore. The reason for that is because one of them has x and the other one has x squared. They are not like terms. Okay, I hope that makes sense there. All right, now for question 2 here, so we're going to be um, moving up one level. So here we have to expand and simplify. And what we can see is that we got 2 brackets here, okay, separated by a plus sign. So what we have to do here is we do similar thing to question 1, and we're gonna expand the brackets, but we have to do this one separately, okay? So just like question 1, we multiply the outside by each on the inside, okay? So the outside of the first brackets here is x, and multiply by each on the inside, so x times 5x and x times 2. That's the first brackets. Then for the second one, we got x on the outside multiplied by x on the inside, and then x on the outside multiplied by this 5 here on the inside. Okay, so how about I give you guys about 1-2 minutes, try to see if you can get to the next step. Okay, just the next step. If you can get to the answer, well done. But let's just try to get to the next step there. Okay, and put what you think in a chat for me there. All right, 10 more seconds. All right, so Antoine says 2x. Okay, so that's 1 bit. I say that's 1 bit of the 1 bit of the answer there. All right. Okay, so let's go through this. Okay, so let's do this step by step. Okay, guys, really important for this kind of question is that we don't rush things. Now Larissa said we have x times 5x, good job, plus x times 2. Good. This is correct for the first pair of brackets here. Okay, that's it. This is this bit here. We multiply the outside by each thing in the inside. X multiplied by 5x plus x multiplied by 2. Okay, that's the first bracket. So well done there. And we just have to do the same thing for the second one. So here we have plus x times x. Then we bring the minus sign out, minus x times 5. Yeah, I can see Larissa put it in the chat before me there. Well done. And now we're just going to simplify things. Okay, so be patient. Do it step by step. So here we have x times 5x. That's going to give us 5x squared. Got x times x there. X times 2. That's going to give us 2x. So plus 2x plus x times x again. That's x squared. Minus x times 5. That is 5x. Okay, so that's how we do this. Then the next step, I see, we've got 5x squared and x squared. We can combine them together. So let me just rewrite this. So 5x squared plus x squared. Okay, I'm bringing the plus sign with this plus sign here comes from this one here. I bring the plus sign along with the x squared, okay? And then plus 2x minus 5x. And 5x squared plus x squared. Remember that if there's nothing in front of the letter, that means that there is a 1 there. So here we have 5x squared plus 1x squared. 5 plus 1 is 6. So here we have 6x squared. And then here we have 2x minus 5x, right? So we do 2 minus 5. Okay, what is 2 minus 5? Now, 2 is smaller than 5. So if we have 2 minus 5, it's going to go into the negative, right? And this is going to give us an answer of minus 3, minus 3x, okay? And here is our answer, 6x squared minus 3x, okay? So this is how we're going to answer a question like this. So expand each brackets, each pair of brackets. It's going to look messy at the start, and then from there you simplify things down and it's going to look much nicer at the end. Okay, don't rush things, guys, just do it step by step. All right, now the first two questions are year 8 level. Okay, if your goal at the end of this topic is to be working at year 8 level, then what I would say is that you try to focus on these kind of questions. And for exercise 5A, you should be doing the beginner questions. Okay. Now the next bit here is year 9. So if you just want to focus on year 9, on year 8 skill, I am happy for you to leave the meeting and go and do your work now. Okay. Thank you so much for coming to the meeting, and I'll see you on Monday. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna let people take some time here to leave. If you're staying, then I'm guessing that you are working, you're trying to work at year 9 level. Okay. All right. Bailey, Anton, do you want me to go through this Year 9 question here? Yeah? Okay, beautiful. All right, so let's go through this Year 9 question. So now, Anton, in a PowerPoint, so this is what we call a double brackets. And in the PowerPoint, I said that there's two ways of doing this, all right? So we can either use the foil method or the grid method, okay? Have you tried the questions from exercise 5A yet, Anton? Is that this week? Yes, it is for this week. Yeah. hmm That's all right. So you still have a bit of time to do it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, just to save you a bit of time here, I'm going to show you how to do the grid method. Okay. Because for me, I find this one a bit easier to do. All right. Um, so the grid method is this. So we are going to draw a grid, right? That's what we call the grid method. Okay. So the first brackets here, we've got x plus 3. Okay. First brackets. Okay. Multiply by. Okay, remember that between these guys, there's a multiplication sign, so multiply by. And the second bracket, we have x plus 4. Okay, so the second bracket goes here. All right. And then what we're going to do is we are going to multiply these guys in pairs, okay? So first one is x times x. Now x times x is x squared, okay? The next one, we have x times 3, and x times 3 is 3x plus 3x, okay, because this is positive 3. And down here we have plus 4 times x. That's going to give us plus 4x, okay? And then finally we have plus 4 times plus 3. Two positives give us a positive, and 4 times 3 is 12, okay? And so our answer is going to be x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 12. Okay? And what I can see is the 3x and the 4x, we can combine them together because they both got x. Okay? They are like terms, so we can combine them together. Okay, so like terms, combine them together. So this x squared is by itself. The 3x and the 4x together, 3x plus 3 plus 4 is 7. So it's going to give us plus 7x. And then we're going to finish with plus 12. Awesome. I can see you got that answer as well. All right. So does that make sense there, Anton? How do you feel about it? Confident? A bit? Yeah. All right. That's fair enough. So, so give this a try. Okay. I'll put this up. I'll put this video on Compass as well. So if you want to look at it again, you can do that. All right. Um, you also have the two videos in the PowerPoints as well. Okay. And I will also put on Compass the YouTube videos going through exercise questions as well. All right. So hopefully by the end you feel more confident on this. Okay. Is there anything else, Anton? No, you're welcome, mate. All right. If there's nothing else, thank you so much for coming. Okay. And I'll see you on Monday.